Thank you for joining the Triumphant Magazine show. My name is Teresa Jordan. I am the publisher and distributor of Triumphant Magazine. And today, this month, we're focusing on Women's History Month. And part of the Women's of History Month, we have in front of us Debbie Scarborough, and she's a woman of worth. So at this time, Debbie, would you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, I'm Debbie Scarborough. I'm a child of God, a mother, a wife, a Meemaw to Rex, a friend, a pet mother of 4 cats, 4 dogs, and a turtle. But I'm also a benefits advisor, insurance agent for the past 22 years.
That's pretty good. That's a long time. And then you said, how long have you been with the company that you're with right now, or your own business? How long have you been with it?
I've been self-employed with AMBA for the past 6 years.
Okay, that's outstanding, outstanding.
Yes.
Now, could you tell us what has been your most fulfilling times for you having your own business?
Being able to arrange my own schedule. When I got introduced to AMBA, I was immediately a caretaker of one of my sisters. And then after she passed, caretaker of my mom. So I can arrange my schedule around my family and my needs.
I love it. And you was a caretaker, you said, for your mother and also your sister.
Yes.
Wow, very impressive. Because I tell you, being a caregiver is not easy at all. So
yes,
my hat goes off to you for being a caregiver.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Now, what have you found to be most challenging for you, and how have you overcame some of those challenges you had to face?
Probably getting out of the house is probably the most challenging thing in the beginning. So I decided to start going, because we cater to retired educators and retired state employees. I started going to their local meetings. That got me out of the house and in front of them. So one, they could get to know me, and I'm not just an insurance salesman calling on them. They got to know me personally.
That's great. And earlier you were telling us about how many counties you serve. So how many counties do you serve?
When I first started, I was way South Georgia, 13 counties. So now I can go all over Georgia and Florida.
Outstanding, outstanding. And you actually been here to Florida several times.
Yes, having a great time, getting back into my friend Angie B, and getting to network with her friends. It's a great trip. Love it.
That's it. Awesome. Now, our next question is, how did you pivot these last 2 years with everything going on with the pandemic and everything? How did you pivot?
Most of my business, the first 3 years with AMBA, was sitting at the kitchen table. And of course, with COVID, no more kitchen table. So I learned to Zoom and learned to talk to people on the phone. So that just gave me an opportunity to follow up with my current customers who kind of already knew me. But also teaching my local groups, because they couldn't get back together, is helping them do Zoom and figure out how that works.
I love it. That's awesome. Very awesome. Now, what are some misconceptions that people may have, and how can you enlighten them today with those misconceptions?
Yep. Insurance. Nobody wants to talk about insurance. But I'm not here to replace your insurance. I'm here to help educate on what you have and help you bridge those gaps. I'm never going to be that salesman who tells you, come buy my life insurance policy, it's better. I'm just here to help educate you on what you have and then fill the needs with the products that we have. Everything from life insurance, long-term care, cancer plans, heart and stroke, hospital indemnity, dental and vision, accident, CASA, and then our financial product, which is a fixed indexed annuity.
Okay, outstanding. Thank you very much. Now, is there anything else that you would like to discuss at this time?
Also, my job allows me to volunteer. I'm a CASA volunteer, which is a court-appointed special advocate for children in foster care.
Okay.
I love this program. I have one case at a time and currently have a young teenager. And so I'm his voice. I get to know him and his situation. And when I go to court, I'm telling the court what is in his best interest and what they want. So it's a very important volunteer position, but also allows us to maybe do things that, or see things that people who are just checking in might not be able to see.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Now, the next question that we have for you is, have you ever encountered someone needing your services, but at the same token, they decided to go ahead and procrastinate on it and just to only find out that later they needed to have it?
Yes, I had a lady call me. It was a referral. I was so excited to get her referral. We had a good conversation about life insurance. She was really concerned about life insurance for her husband. And so she told me to call her back. We were going to get back together. I kept following up with her and she kept saying, well, when I get this bill paid off or when I get this done. And within about 6 months, she is actually the one who went into the hospital and passed away.
Oh my God.
And so her family had to do a GoFundMe account. So I try to not come across as pushy, but I try to let my clients know that you might not think, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I want you to wait. I want you to pray about it and feel comfortable about what you do. But anything opposed to waiting 24 or 48 hours, you need to, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if we're going to qualify for it a week later. So go ahead and get it done.
Yeah, that's excellent advice there. Yeah, I know like with myself, I remember experiencing banking. I had a gentleman that they had insurance on their home, and because but somebody else bought the home, they didn't have the insurance, so the wife passed away. And I recall the gentleman coming into banking, and I had to tell him the terrible news that there was no insurance on the house, and
yes,
he was left behind with 3 kids, and I literally went in the bathroom and cried because of the situation.
Yep.
So like you said, it's important to make sure we have everything the way it needs to be done.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you encountered other situations as well.
Yes, I was very lucky with my mother being a caregiver. She was diagnosed with dementia, and then we were taking over her care, and then she got colon cancer.
Okay.
Well, because of luckily who I work with, once she recovered from colon cancer, which was caught early, I was able to buy her a home care policy.
That's awesome.
So when her health declined, it was very nice to have that money coming in, that extra money, so that we could hire people to help us take care of her.
I love it. And then you mentioned earlier about like having like for the airplanes, or like if people,
Yes.
Can you give us some information on that as well, please?
Yes, the ground air and ambulance plan. I didn't think I really realized how important it is. CASA pays for any ground or any air anywhere in the world. So it's very important to have, because ambulance and helicopters used to be owned by the city, the county, the hospital. So they were in network and didn't charge a lot. But now it's out of network. My mother's ambulance ride for 3 miles was $900. Medicare and United Healthcare paid about $600. I turned that invoice over to CASA. They paid 100%.
Wow.
They also take care of you anywhere in the world when you're traveling. I had a retiree who fell and hit her head in Jamaica and went to the local hospital. And then they said, you really need to get your wife to the States. He pulled out his CASA card, and CASA sent a Lear medical jet to get him. So the average cost of a helicopter ride is $46,000.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
People are getting stuck with $10,000 and $15,000 bills. I mean, you never want to argue, because I needed that transport from the hospital to a trauma one center hospital, but it still cripples families. So CASA pays 100%, no deductibles, no claim forms, and no policy limit.
Yeah, you can't beat that at all.
Yes.
Especially like for those that, like you said, locally and traveling internationally, you can't beat it at all. And
anywhere in the world.
And I know you said there's a certain price like for Georgia, and it may be a little different for
Florida. In Florida, it's $24.17 a month for a single. Married is $32.50.
Okay.
In Georgia, $27 and $35. So it's a great opportunity. And through us, through AMBA, they waive the application fee. and give us a 40% discount. So you always want to call me or an AMBA representative to get your MASA plan.
Okay. And what is the contact information? How can our audience get in touch with you?
Yes, my cell phone number is 229-392-6983. And then my email address is my first name, Debbie.Scarborough, the long way, @amba.info. Again, my cell phone is 229-392-6983. And with AMBA, we support retired educators. So we have a website, amba.info, that you can see everything that we do. We're in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, all across the United States, that we help associations build up their memberships, but also offer these benefits at a group rate.
I love it. So we can't thank you enough for your time and your expertise today. Debbie, like we said, Debbie's going to be in the Triumphant Magazine special edition because we are focusing on Women's History Month for the entire month of March 1st through March 31st. So definitely be looking out for that. And Debbie, we just want to say thank you so much. You have a blessed day, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa. Bye.
Take care. Bye.